Good morning, YouTube friends. Good morning, good morning. Please tune in our live stream this morning. I have these malunggay leaves. Looking like tomatoes. We have these produce. Nice. So YouTube friends, just scheduled this morning to fertilize our plants. Yeah, still early. Glad that our neighbors are quiet. This annoying neighbor in front of the gate is still sleeping, so hoping that it will take them long hours in the slumber last night until hopefully they will wake up like during sunrise. But now I need a quiet session. Actually, I don't have problem if some of these guys will wake up early like I do, but they don't have to turn on the music. We can have conversation, we can talk. I have no problem with the noise and the loud talking can be heard in a live stream. I don't care about it, no problem. But the problem with these guys, when they wake up early, they turn on their music as well. It's annoying. Um, and this is our fertilizer, YouTube friends. And this is rich in potassium, which is responsible for flowering and fruiting. So it's like around 20, the amount of fertilizer I got from this container. It's like 20, 15 to 25% ratio with water. It's supposed to be um, like around 1:10, but I put like double amount of it, so hoping that there will be good result. But I have this kind of trouble now. It's a friends with my tomatoes and even other plants, peppers and tomatoes. There's this blight and fungus, and once that disease spread out in your plants, especially tomatoes and peppers, these are very um, weak and vulnerable type of plants unless you plant it inside a greenhouse and you're using coconut coir instead of soil from cow's manure and chicken's manure. because the disease is accumulated within the cow's manure and chicken's manure. Especially, I still mix with used soil that I planted the vegetables in the last season. So I remix it with new sets of cow's manure and chicken's manure, and still that accumulated disease is still there. So it can be passed down to the next new plants planted in that. So that's why we have this existing problem now. But since it's really not that easy to like store new cow's manure and chicken's manure, and it will take 3 4 months to rot and decompose in a pot. And of course we need to plant like every 2 3 months, like simultaneously. So that's a challenge for us. But I'm thinking now that I have to set aside a budget every month's salary to buy new sets of pots, and we have accumulated certain amount of pots already in different sizes. So um, I think maybe that option is viable, but uh, I'm not sure if that one can bring us good result with our planting here in our vegetable garden. But likely, yeah, I need around at least 50,000 baht to 100,000 baht if I can raise my own or can build my own greenhouse here inside this house, inside this um, area that we are renting. So at least 50 to 100,000 baht I need to establish to build the greenhouse where these vulnerable plants that easily succumb to disease like tomatoes, peppers, and like a type of pumpkin, likely capsicum, bell pepper, uh, jalapeno, and several varieties of tomatoes. If one hybrid, um, cherry tomatoes, yellow and the red ones. I don't know if cedar tomato. I noticed that one it's very resistant to disease last season, but I'm not sure if what I planted now, the type or the variety of tomatoes that I'm planting now, I don't know if this is cedar or kind of F1 hybrid tomato. I've mentioned this one in my early videos and early live streams last month, I guess, that this one is somehow cedar because that was printed in the pack. But I'm not quite sure as I look at the situation now. The disease starts spreading out, but I hope that not all tomato plants will be affected. But I can see that a few now started showing sign of being infected with the disease. Though I still have some spare seedlings, but it will take us another few weeks to wait to see another sets of flowers after we will be replanting that one from the seed tray. So we have like a few plants that are like suffering or showing sign of disease. So hoping that this fertilizer somehow can be some sort of pesticides naturally will help boost the system of the tomatoes, that at least we will have maybe 2 or 3 sets of fruits before it dies down, because tomatoes that has infected with disease, even though they can produce fruits, but their season is like can be ended earlier compared to those that are not infected with disease. But most of the tomato plants or even peppers that are infected with disease cannot produce fruits. But there are a few plants that can still, but not that much. So that's some realities here in the garden. Though it's really hard because yeah, you did a lot of work, you exert like certain amounts of effort, and then this is what you've got. But it is what it is. Gardening is somehow a good experience for me. You keep learning things every single day. You don't stop learning here, and the past mistakes that you have will become your lessons, that what you're going to do to advance, to enhance your ideas, to improve your plans for the next season. So that's the beauty here in garden. So let's go and join with me as we fertilize our tomatoes. Oh, like this one, YouTube friends. This tomato here is showing signs that this is infected with disease. Aside from some nutrients deficiency here that you can see here, the leaves with this look, um, there is this phosphorus and nitrogen deficiency with this look of these leaves here, as you can see. This is nutrient deficiency, like this plant is lack of phosphorus and nitrogen. So yeah, it's not easy to do gardening with your friends. I think this one has no future anymore. So what we can do with this is that we have to remove this. Yeah, we need to remove this and then replant. So as long as I still have spare seedlings, so I have to keep on like replacing the infected tomato plants infected with disease. You have no other choice but you have to remove them, because if not, then other tomato plants will be infected as well. So if you want to avoid the bad outcome in which none of your tomato plants survive, so you have to do the prevention option, which is to replace your tomato plants that are showing signs of being infected with disease. So like this one, we just replace it. Now we still have a few remaining plants here that are infected with disease. So we have to like uh, do some extra measure. So we'll check on this one. This one has nutrients deficiency as well, but I'm not sure if this is infected with disease. But this one is healthy and fruits already. And by the way, YouTube friends, the fertilizer, the liquid fertilizer that I'm applying here, this is organic. It fermented different types of fruits with molasses with a minimum of 30 days. But this one is so potent because I fermented this one last month of May of this year, and then I harvested this one around November. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So around 5 to 6 months long that I fermented this. So this is really concentrated. So the longer you fermented the ingredients, the highest the possibility you can get that it is highly concentrated. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It seems like a lot of plants are suffering from the disease. So these other tomato plants that I started staking, they're showing signs of disease. So I'm not sure with this, hoping that it's not. So I'll have to monitor this one another week or two. Yeah, this is all legit, and I want gardening a realistic one, not just some fake videos that other gardeners have been doing just for money, earning from clicks and views and shares, but they don't have integrity. They're just fooling the viewers. So it seems like this one starts flowering now, but this one I'm not sure. We'll see about it. And this one, I don't know, but there's this tail sign that it's infected with disease now. But yeah, still I will try to give this plant the benefit of the doubt. So a chance that somehow the health of this plant in particular will improve. So we'll see about it. So right now we'll still include this in our list of being fertilized. Actually, my peppers are not like showing good sign. So I think I have to replant again. See this one, your friends? That's the first sets of flowers. I don't know if that one will succeed, but we'll see. This one, it's infected with disease. I don't know if I can remove this, but I have to, I guess. What's that? Hmm? Yeah, put it in. So I'm not sure, it's your friends, if I can remove this. Yeah, but I think I have to. Okay. I think I have to remove this. That's the challenge if you're planting tomatoes in an open field with cows' manure and chickens' manure as your mixed organic matter to use for growing tomatoes. You cannot also use coconut coir, but still, your tomatoes are planted in an open field. It should be inside the greenhouse in order for you to see good results. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to uh, have organic greenhouse in the coming years. It's an ambitious and bold plan, but hoping I'll get there. This one will not give us any. Yeah, it's somehow painful, it's difference to see these things, these guys succumb to the disease. Um, the time they have spent here and the effort that you have also exerted from your side. It's not that easy, but You have to. Yeah. You have to remove this. That is infected with disease. We'll replace it with this one. Our time is very limited because I'm a full-time teacher. At the same time, I do full-time gardening. Yeah, it's a full-time gardener. You can see that. So this one is your friends. Hi. Fuck. Mm, this concentrated. So I think this one your difference can still survive. We'll see. Yeah, there's flowers. See about this. What's going on? You know what we do God when you do gardening, it's really hard to push yourself to be consistent. To me, it's a struggle now, but I hope that I can get used to this and then I will no longer struggle pushing myself to be active here in the garden, hoping that my motivation being active in the garden is somehow my daily routine. So I have to adjust myself uh, with the motivation that I showed you here. It's actually very opposite to the actual situation. It's a struggle for me with two things. Well, we have started this one already, so there's no stopping to this work in the garden. We have only one direction, that is to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. That is only the only one available direction that we have here. To keep moving forward. We cannot turn or pass, because if we do, then somehow this garden here will be abandoned, totally abandoned. I cannot afford to just let my efforts go nothing here. So we have to keep moving. But I'd like to tell you, moving forward doesn't mean that you have all the success in every way as you pass and continue your journey. But I think there are more struggles and challenges and problems and hardships along the way instead of success. But if you keep trying, then you will experience an amazing, unforgettable history of your life. So we pass half an hour of our live streaming, YouTube friends. This one is showing some sign of getting infected, but still these two plants is a bit far from other plants here, so I will still give this another chance. So from here, we will go to our onion chives and um, long green eggplants in our first garden enclosure. So we'll go there. Yeah. Yeah. This work here is not done yet. So our next year here have like standby. We'll get back to here maybe tomorrow morning. So we'll continue the soil mixing tomorrow morning. And I have exams. And yeah, the first leg of examination started this week. It started actually yesterday, son of my maternity leave. And that will continue until next week. And then um, yeah, we'll have a lot of work that are in the list. So we need to check on the onions. And we will fertilize it as well. it's really challenging to me right now, YouTube friends, because I cannot abandon and leave this garden for good. Because I started this channel right 3 4 years ago before I got myself back to work, and now that I'm a full-time teacher, so I have to maintain my YouTube channel, my gardening here, showcasing you all my garden activities every single day. Once I have a chance to um, do working here, and I chose this particular hours of the day. It's early morning. I have to start like um, before 6 o'clock in the morning, so I have to prepare myself as well. And then on the side, I'm trading forex since I was still working in the university. That was 8 years ago. I'm stuck in this crossroads in which I still didn't have a portfolio of my own, but I'm trying to establish one. And yeah, school stuffs, a lot of work in the school, competitions, that's an additional one. And yeah, it's not that easy. You have to use your mind to think how to balance this. And thinking about these three different things: forex trading, teaching, schoolwork, and gardening. These are three different things, and each of this stuff needs enough time. Yeah, I know. 10 minutes after. So it needs time. My schoolwork, my teaching, the competition that I'm also handling with every semester, both the regular and the EP program. Since I started already with that, I cannot say no. Because what would be my reason if I would say no? Because I'm tired. Thai teachers don't understand what tired is. They don't know behind that I'm doing this as well. Forex trading, much more forex trading. There's this mix of response when it comes to forex trading, stocks trading. Not all people are open-minded, so you cannot just tell it to anyone you like, because not all of them will have the same response back to you. So that's why I'm not hiding that, but you cannot tell everything to one person. So the things that might catch her, his interest, or their interest, that they will have positive response to it. So that's the only thing that you can share. But on top of that, and aside from that, no more. So if they only knew behind, but it's better that they don't know. I prefer that way. It's better, way, way better. So we will be fertilizing our onion chives. Our onion chives that was invaded by the chickens, and the chickens did an absolute rampage to the pots and the onion chives itself. We have this, I don't know, maybe 30-20% restored some of the pots that were rampaged by the chickens. So I'm trying to, at least whatever I can do to revive the remaining surviving onion chives bulbs. So I still have to reproduce that one, as I'm running out of Chinese ah, onion chives. after I have given a lot of onion chives to friends and some random people that somehow have the interest in gardening. So I gave a lot of onion chives. Now it's me that's struggling to reproduce this one once more. So we'll go here to friends and we will fertilize our onion chives. Bismillah. Yun. Yan. It's not that clear. I'm sorry, it's your friends, but it's blur, right? Ngoài nha cấp. Can you see the the light from the other camera is not that clear? So I think I need to buy a solar. I have to buy that, and I will install that one somewhere here or there. Oh, I don't know. I think this is our last ride. This is our last plans with two friends that we're going to fertilize. We cannot do the eggplants this morning because our time does not limit. We are limited with the opportunity and, yeah, time. We don't have much time left this morning. So before 6 o'clock, at least we're done here. And let's go back inside, prepare ourselves for schoolwork. And we will do fertilizing our long green eggplants this afternoon once we're back. Ah, probably I have to go back home now, today, like after period 7, to come home, pick my wife. Of course, I have to do live streaming here, and then I'll be back to school. My wife will be having his tutorial class. I had to pick up my bag back in school and leg out. So that's what I'm going to do today, so that we can have another live stream, and at the same time I just live stream it to friends, but we have to keep up our garden in order. And the live stream title will be Assorted Stuffs, since I cannot think of some specifics, because, yeah, it will be a really assorted task this afternoon, like placing back those mixture that are ready to our second and third platform, and then um, clearing the weeds in our second garden enclosure. I'll be weeding here as well, perhaps. So it will be really, really assorted steps. So I cannot think of any better option with that live stream title. So we'll have it this early afternoon, around 2:30 to 40. That would still be really, really hot in here. There's still this uh, sun, um, like right away, right here in front of our backyard, front yard. And that would still be hot until 4. So the question is, do I have to change my tire? Maybe. We'll see about it. But I think my first task will be removing these weeds, this unwanted vegetation, and then we will go and clear the weeds in our second garden enclosure, and then placing this complete mixture back to the platform and other things until 4 or 4:10, and then around that time by 4:15 I have to send my wife back to the city because that's there where her tutorial class is located. And then I have to go back to school and pick up my bag, leg out, and then we follow her to the language center where she is currently teaching, and then waiting until she finishes the tutorial class, and we'll be back home likely early evening today. So that's the reason why I have to uh, come back home um, like 2:30 today, and then do something here in the garden and let our chickens out 2:30 until 4. That would be 1 hour and a half something for our chickens to roam around. But I cannot leave them alone without us here monitoring them because I'm pretty sure they will get back in here, hop in here, and then rampage again all these beautiful plants that now turns ugly because of their condition. Thank you. Thank you. Do you have this one with your friends? Early morning fruit smoothie before breakfast. My wife and I started having this because we do a lot of work every day, and I need substantial strength, substantial energy that I can use for the whole day. Yeah. We do a lot of work, so we need some extra supplementary food that will energize our body. This fruit smoothie is from fresh carrots and bananas. I don't know if there's apple in this ingredients. I'm not sure. Probably yes. So we'll be stopping by. We'll stop our work right here, YouTube friends, and we'll do further additional work this early afternoon. Not early, like mid afternoon, 2:30. So my class will be finished around 2:20. So I have to move quickly after my class with 3:7. Then get back to the office, grab my jacket and the motorcycle key, helmet, then rush back home. And we'll continue our work here. Um, I think now it's around. Yeah, can you check the time? It's around 6, right? I can sense that for being here for a number of years, looking at the clouds, working in the morning, but I did not film or do live streaming in the previous years because my channel still was not monetized. You have to be monetized so that you can, no, you have at least 1,000 subscribers at least so that you can do live streaming. At that time, I did have videos already, but I only have few subscribers. So thanks to Magulang, big brother, General Raid Vlogs, yeah, the owner of the channel seems like my brother in, not in blood, not even in, maybe initially in the past, like in faith and denomination or religion. But now that I have this kind of different direction, but I told him other guys that our friendship will never stop in here. The way I treated you before is the same right now, even though I have this different direction and not really similar to you. From now on, it's your friends. I don't care about religion. I've been mentioning that one several times in my live stream. I don't have much attention or concern about it. It does not matter to me. Why? There are more good people out there who don't rely on any kinds of religion or belief, but just live as a good person, as a good citizen, helping, sharing what they have. They're generous, they're kind. But if Christians would judge them, they only have one left that make themselves enough. Why? Because they don't have God in their life. Yeah? Most people who have God are selfish and greedy. That's a fact. But these people who don't mind about religion or belief or traditions that you have, these are good people. There are two or three different perspectives in which, if they come across, we have these simple disagreements with one another. And that's why, to me, uh, I I don't give a damn with your religion or your belief or your traditions. Just go on with what you have in mind. You have to go on with what I have. I am into this direction, and I'm not influencing any other to follow like me. Yeah, because the direction that I am into now is based on my first hand experience. I've seen a lot. I have seen a lot in religion, in denominations, in the church, and in different communities. I have seen a lot. At this age of 37 years, YouTube friends, I have like 2 decades of experience already. Different people, different places, different status in life, different upbringing, different background. I already weighed down things. Why these people like this and like that? And like looking back how my dad was behaving in the denomination, in the religion, in the commitment that he had with his God, and the outcome he got was very disappointing. He died young of cancer. We struggled financially, emotionally. I don't have siblings. Um, I cannot blame my mom. My mom is so active in the church. She participated a choir. She's singing with many other individuals in the group. They just have their concert, but I don't know what happened to the concert. The tickets were very expensive. Yeah, but she's so active in the church and denomination that sometimes I keep telling her, be careful because A lot of people here are just like taking advantage of the potential you have. They're good in kitchen, cooking, all these things, making follow-ups, quite responsible to remind everyone to their different tasks. She's that. She was built with that kind of skill sets, and my mom is quite responsible and hardworking mother. I owe everything to her and to my grandmother and to my dad for the learning that I have. The kind of discipline that I have received from them, I'm very much thankful with that. But when it comes to direction, I'm very sorry because I have my own decisions. I use my brain to think logically, and I do I make I reason myself to things, and yeah, this is the direction that I'm into. I'm not influencing my wife, but I want her to think deeply. I want I want people around me to have this conscious mind to really like think deeper on any subjects, not just following things blindly. Because yeah, if you follow the majority, usually the majority, yeah, is in the wrong side. Now, not all the time, but that's the thing. That's how I see it. I'm not influencing you that there's no God or the existence or the evidence of his existence cannot be proven. But the chance is very, very slight. Scientists, scholars never stop researching. That 95% of the available knowledge in the world, we couldn't find any evidence of his existence. So there's a remaining 5% of it. I can be sure that there's this existence in the remaining 5%. And if there is, do you think the existence of God in the remaining 5% that is still not searched by the scientists? Do you think that the God there you might find is the same God depicted in the Bible? So that's the challenging question that needs to be addressed, and it is not that easy. So I'm sorry, YouTube friends, you've been subscribing me, but you'd say, I stopped subscribing your channel because your direction is different than mine. I don't care. Please do. I'm just showcasing my gardening here, but I cannot uh, control myself, like relating this thing to you, not to influence you, but like the kind of regrets I have in mind. Why? Why I was so deluded and why I was manipulated by the people behind the denominations that I was in, where the potential, the talents that I have was used for their own gain, not for me, not for the best interest of the majority, but for themselves, the people behind manipulating me. And the talents that I have, yeah, in preaching, evangelizing, Bible studies, conducting crusades, and managing an organization here in the previous years. Uh, those things are not that easy, man. I'm not bragging here, but I'm telling you the reality that I was into. And that's why I was not active after that until I see clearly that, wait, I think this direction is not for me. This direction is, there's something wrong with this direction. So that was my initial assessment to that situation. So that's it. It's your friend. So now I'm happy with this direction. A quiet life, uh, the responsibilities within the means, And yeah, the experience is beautiful and amazing every single day, though it's laborious and tiring and yeah, all those stuffs. But I'm happy. Yeah, I can see progress of my effort, though a lot of struggles that I'm facing as well, the disease and the problems in the garden, and of course school stuffs and other yeah in forex trading. But overall experience, yeah, far better. And I'd like to tell you, this is a catch. If I was not manipulated, if I was not like brainwashed by these leaders who encouraged me to be the president of the organization we established a few years ago, that was the time where the Ethereum was open 30 cents for one Ethereum coin. I have so much money working in the university, not because of the salary, but because of the extra teaching outside. It's a package, and we make money there. Teaching with police officers, custom officers, teachers, different sectors in the government where we conducted seminars for 2, 3, 4 days in a row. And then it's around 1,600 to 2,000 baht a day. We really good. We really make money like 1,200, 1,300 sometimes. It depends on the package. And I have one where that was a solo project that I was recommended by my students who are working in the customs office, their reserve offices and kind of that. And it was me only recommended to the superiors to conduct a special class for 1 month and a half. And yeah, that was a good amount of money I got there, but it happened once. After that, I was kicked out from the university because I was so active in the organization that I was leading for 2 years. So I have so much money with that time that I can buy, as I counted now, even more than 10,000 Ethereum coins. But it didn't happen because I spent my time and my money to help the students somewhere in Chiang Mai Academy with their summer program for fuel and transportation with our CRV, with our car to like bring the students to any places where they are selling books for the summer program. So I spent a lot of money and time until I even sacrificed my work in the university. Yeah, I took that risk, but these people left me, abandoned me, even during a road accident. Yeah, that was pretty discouraging and annoying and disappointing, whatever you call. And just imagine that was 2015, August 2015, where the Ethereum was open, 30 cents. So you can have 3 Ethereum coins every dollar. And I have reserve funds for around 150 to $200 a month from my salary and my extras. Imagine that one. And by 2017, Ethereum coin spikes to $2,000 something. That amount, that price, $2,000 per Ethereum coin, if I had 10,000 at least Ethereum coin, but I spent all these with all these nonsense things. I hope the kids that I help will be able to remember that someone have assisted them back in their high school years, and then somehow they will become good citizens, and if they have positions in the society, they will do something good back to the community. I hope they will do that, but I'm not sure. I cannot guarantee, but I'm hoping that they will do that. So yeah, it's very discouraging to see the result. And then after that, I lost my job in the university. At least if I lost my job in the university, if I have this 10,000 Ethereum coin, at least even half, 50% of that, I counted, and it will reach like 8,000, $8 million. And by 2021, when it spikes to $4,000, I will have around 13 to 16 million USD. Imagine that one. I have lost that opportunity back in 2011. where Bitcoin was less than $1. I have the opportunity that one because I've been into this searching online, revenue sharing online, high yield investment program, revenue sharing online, all this paid to click advertising affiliate program. I was there since 2011. And the Bitcoin that time I was able to catch around less than $1, like 57 cents to 80 cents for one Bitcoin. But I didn't have stable job that time. But if I did force myself to find option, I think I can still can acquire that pass. When I realized, when I got married with my wife to October 2013, Bitcoin was around $200, $300 for one coin. I said, wow, it's a big scam. Perhaps I will not join with that. By 2017, it spikes to 29 or 35,000 per coin. I had a chance with Ethereum, but I was manipulated. I play basketball for how many leagues in Sriracha and Pattaya. I spent a lot of money. I traveled to Sriracha from Canterbury from Friday, and I'll be back on Monday morning because I have cars. I had car. But before that, we acquired the car with my wife. I was traveling by van or by bus, and I spent a lot of money every weekend, of course, to help this relationship stay healthy. Because my wife and I, we quarrel. I'm the one creating the disagreement and the conflict most of the time. I'm a jealous guy, some kind of that that type. So yeah, sort of experience that I'm sharing you here, YouTube friends. So yeah, it was a discouraging journey. That will be the first half of my journey. But I'll make sure from now on, YouTube friends, this live streaming will be remembered in history. That now, December 13, 2023, from now on, I have to stay a quiet life away from taking responsibilities like denominations or whatever. But of course, my responsibility at school, I have to do it 100% or even beyond that. I have forex trading on the side. I have to work full time in gardening. So my life will be turning around doing these cycles every single day with these three different responsibilities that needs enough attention and time from me. So that's the thing. That's my world where I'll be like roaming around, turning around within these three different responsibilities. And on the side, we have a competition as well. I have to uh, give some importance to that as well. So aside from that, no more staying active in the church or whatever. No, I'm not doing it anymore. I have this different direction. Maybe I'm not closing my mind that there is no God, but you could hardly convince me. You cannot just easily convince me now that there is, because according to my first-hand experience, oh man, you ask me, praying, reading the Bible. Yeah, if you just know it, if you just see me how I live privately, you might be saying, yeah, Philmaya, I understand. I understand if I put myself in your shoes. Yeah, that would be your immediate conclusion if you just knew it. Well, I'm still into searching opportunities where my investments somehow will build this substantial amount of portfolio in the near future. So yeah, that's the thing that I'm really into right now. Maybe keeping in touch with old friends. Maybe if I have time, but they have their own lives. I have my own, and we have to struggle to survive and thrive. Hopefully. So thank you once again, YouTube friends, for tuning in. I'd like to see you all in our next live stream in this afternoon. So hopefully around 2:30 or before 3 o'clock. this afternoon. So at least we have 1 hour to work here in the garden before I have to go back and pick up my bag and send my wife to a tutorial class this afternoon. Bye.